Those who are easily disturbed. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. Would you like to review detailed content warnings which contain spoilers? Alternatively, in-game content warnings can be enabled. No, we should be fine. We should be fine. Fair warning to all, if such things could potentially get to you, please click off the stream or video when you watch it, please. But if you can't, then enjoy. I already know everything that's going to happen, too, so I apologize if you're looking for first reactions. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating in your region, and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. I do agree. Again, fair warning. Anyway, hello all. Welcome. Since it is spooky month, I decided, why not play just a spooky game? And I know this may not look like it, but anyone who's played this game, anyone who's played it knows. I don't know. I've also just been meaning to check this game out for myself. So, yeah. Settings. Let's see. Text speed. I'd like to bump that up more. Let's skip options. Skip unseen text. Oh, wow. You can barely notice the highlight on those letters. Skip unseen text. Okay. That should be fine. That should all be fine. Anyway. New game! Oh. I have to make a name, that's right. Well... Let's go with what I name every character in any game ever. Cadence! A classic name. I don't know. This is so out of my zone, I think. I don't know. Anyway, let's go! Let us commence forth. Okay. Oh no, do I take this seriously or do I just be a dick? God damn it. Sorry, I'm trying to send links. Okay. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Oh lord, what a great start. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but kind of just works out because you've known each other for so long. Preach. I do have friends like that. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Man, dude, what? You wait for your friend, for God's sake. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I almost slept again! But I caught you this time! Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Eh? You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Kaden. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. that was... I wish I had a face cam. So you guys could just see how... Oh my lord. This is so weird. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Yes, the street is just populated right now. Oh my god, there's so many people. I'm sorry, this is gonna be the entirety of this series. Just don't judge me, please. By the way, Kaden, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Eh? That's not true! You told me you wanted to join a club this year! Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Man, this main character can be a dick. Wait, I named him Kaden. Does that mean I'm a dick? Does that mean I'm the dick? Anyway. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Okay, now that's me. That is 100% me. My friends can vouch for this. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Not bold of you to assume. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? Oh, thank you. And I know you're happy now, but I died the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. Look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Again, me. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. I wish I joined the anime club in my high school. Good lord. It was good. Good lord. Give me just a second. Actually, I just realized I have to check something. Hold on. Okay. Sorry, my mic has been kind of weird lately on my end for hearing, like, chat, in party, so I want to make sure that it's not, like, being weird when I'm speaking, you know? I didn't want there to be, like, some feedback or, like, skipping or anything. Yeah. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out. So I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed! You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club! Sayori, yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Eh? Meanie! Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. God damn it. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one to propose the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please? Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I'm gonna go with the second. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! Oh, I'm gonna be so thirsty after this, I can tell already. And not that kind of thirsty. Anyone watching, get your head out of the gutter. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Could be worse. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori is full of energy and swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member! Eh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Kaden! What a nice surprise! Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls! What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it! Sorry! Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. I wonder... yeah. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. Just internally heart-pounding in the ears. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Kaden. Monika smiles sweetly. This motherfucker. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. I'm sure she would say otherwise. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Kaden. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Sorry, God. Sorry, I did not get much sleep last night. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monika. I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get the icing on her face. Oh, wait, sorry. It's delicious! Sorry. I'm not funny. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. Duh! This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Back, you sussy back. Oh, I apologize so much in advance for this series. It's gonna be so stupid. I'm not gonna restrain myself. I'm just gonna have fun here. I apologize in advance, though. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for, you, dummy. All right. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing around the budget and publicity on how to prepare for events. Politics in a nutshell. Just politics are so complicated. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people here are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. That's true. In fact, if I could just take a moment, obviously, you know, I'm a very small channel. I don't have anyone watching right now, but that's actually kind of a YouTube and Twitch in a nutshell. Just starting out, and it can even like take so long for any sort of traction. Like if I can kind of get real for a second, I've literally had this channel for I think like 5 years now, maybe 7. I don't know. Let me look actually. I don't mean to suddenly like get super uber mega real, and I promise not to try to do this too much during this, but I just want to try to make a point. I joined March 3rd of 2020. I've had this channel for 8 years, and I only have like over 100 subscribers. Not that I'm like complaining about that either. Like I'm grateful for anyone that takes the time to subscribe to me and enjoys my content. I'm not really looking for like to make YouTube or Twitch a job or anything. I'm literally just doing this for fun, just to play games and just share my reactions with stuff. I don't know. But if you are doing that and you're starting out, it takes a lot to grow a fan base and to grow a following. You have to spend so much time dedicated to this. You have to set a schedule. You have to form your own personality. You have to find a way to stand out, show people that, hey, you're enjoyable. Please watch my content. Stuff like that. You have to be able to invest into the career to improve, gather equipment. It's a tough field. How did I get this deep from an anime game? It's an anime game, and here I am trying to give some deep philosophical talk about YouTube and Twitch. I apologize when anyone watches this later and thinks, what the ever fuck is this guy talking about? Anyway, back to funny anime women, now ha hee hee. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Kaden, what kind of things do you like to read? Actually, I personally don't read too many books, but the ones that I do have are actually pretty good. I've actually gotten a lot into like books that are based off of already existing properties and like video game franchises and such, like the Five Nights at Freddy's books, for an obvious example. Those are actually really good. I loved the original trilogy of books that Scott did, and I love the Fazbear Fright books that he's been doing with just all the short stories. Some of them are really nonsensical and weird, but I greatly enjoy them. And then I've also been reading the Halo books that have been made for the franchise, the original set. Also very, very good. It helped expand the franchise a lot more before later games. I won't get too into all that right now. But they were definitely very enjoyable books, very enjoyable reads. Highly recommend. And recently I started reading more manga. Like, as a major anime fan, I never really got into manga, but now I've started to go back into it, and as well as like light novels. Like, now I'm actually reading the Sword Art Online light novels. What they originally were before it was made into a manga and an anime. And I'm actually very much enjoying those. They are definitely better than how the anime portrayed the franchise. Like, there, Kirito is not the most annoying fucking protagonist in anime history and one of the worst. In the light novels, he's actually a pretty decent protagonist. He's pretty good. And the side characters also get more fleshed out. So that's definitely really great. But anyway, enough of the long talks. I'm sorry for the long talks. I can't help it. I love getting into just talks about these things. Anyway, well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. I'm resisting the urge to talk more about Sword Art Online. Because the light novels are the best example of that, for me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yes, like Sword Art Online. Good lord. I'm sorry. I know not a lot of people like it, but the light novels are actually pretty good. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Same here. I also have some comfort fields where people are able to step in there and talk with me. I am very passionate about it. It's very, I don't know. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? You trying to imply something? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that, but if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh? Why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Why? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Mary slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Can I have another real talk for just a minute? Because, like, I love this kind of discussion, and I actually really just want to share my thoughts on these things. I know, I've probably been going for like a half hour, and we're not even in the club yet. We haven't actually joined the club, but just, I don't know, stuff like this, I love discussing it. And I don't want to save this all for like another after stream or something where I just delve all into it then, because then it feels like I'm milking it or something. Just... I can really relate to what Yuri is saying, because I myself have this story universe that I've been writing with a friend of mine, and it's been going for years, and I'm definitely a lot better at it than I was back when I started. Because back when I started, it was with another friend, and I was god awful. And personally nowadays, even though people who like have checked it out, and even my friend have told me that I've gotten a lot better, I still don't think I have improved all that much. If anything, I still think that I'm just as bad at writing. But that's the thing. It's hard to be able to look at the things that you've worked on and like feel fully confident that you're at a good level of work with your own material. It's definitely a rough patch. That's also sort of a dream of mine. Like one day I would love to write like a novel, or like write the plot for a manga or an anime. That's always been a dream of mine, but at the level I'm at now, it's still a long ways off. And obviously, I can't just self-teach myself how to do all that. Like, there's also a lot of courses that one would need to take to go into it. Like, writing is a very, very amazing field to be in, but it also takes just so much, and it can very easily be very scary to try and step up to and enter that field. And even if you do, it's still scary the second you get in it. I don't know if I'm making much sense here. I apologize. I'm not the best at formulating my thoughts sometimes, especially on a live stream. But I just kind of wanted to talk about that because I find these kinds of topics interesting, and it's one of the things about this game that I did like, just the topics when they mentioned these. I actually really like those. Anyway, do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sat in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Huh? Natsuki and Yuri looked quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Kaden? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. Huh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club! Sarah may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision! I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lost my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry. I thought... Kaden... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. Yeah. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay. I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. That's adorable. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Kaden, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Wait a minute. How do I... okay. Let me... I want to try to get the best ending outright, because this game takes so much dedication to do that, and I don't have the time to do multiple playthroughs right now with my life, as it is right now. Don't get me wrong, I'll try to find one as non-spoilery as I... Wait, what the fuck am I saying? I already know what's going to happen in this game. I do apologize if that turns off some people to this playthrough, because they know that I'm automatically going to go for the best game, and I'm probably going to have to use a guide for it. I do apologize. I'm still playing this game to have fun and enjoy it and experience it for myself, but at the same time, I do want to go for the best ending. Even if I didn't get it now by playing it blind, or not blind, but playing it on my own, I would eventually get it, but it would take so much longer, and I don't know if I would be able to keep the energy going for it. So, yeah. I apologize, but that's gonna be a thing. Please don't be upset. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Find out on the next episode of Dragon Balls! I'm so sorry. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Kaden, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sarah and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. Sorry. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright! I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Yeah! Okay. Sorry. Let me just take a drink real quick, because my mouth is parched. Ugh, Jesus. Sorry. Oh, my lord. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. Anime, mouse, pink, anger, games, philosophy, covet, melancholy, bubbles, aura. Let's see, who do I want to go for first? I know I have to go for, like, all of them eventually, but I don't know. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Melancholy. No! Clouds. No! Broken. God. Please. Lazy. There we go. God dang it! I keep forgetting the super adorable cute ones are Natsuki. Scars? Oh no. I remember this. Hurt. Oh my lord. Empty. I hate this. I know this. Ah! Let's see. Dang it! Da, da, ba, 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 ba. Dang it! Ah! Why? Please! Oh, I know what I need! Cloud! Depression! I get it! Dang it, Yuri! Yuri! Ah! Lucky, okay. Sparkle. Friends. Underquieted. Okay. No, it's Yuri! No, and her whole thing was the... I know about this! Ah! Hi again, Kaden. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for you, but I at least kept my word. Well, I'm back in the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Kaden. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like you deserves any slack! Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too! I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out, or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki! You certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds himself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Content always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. True. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Kane can become good friends too. Sayori! Hmm? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh no! Yuri even brought... Yuri even brought you something today. You know? Wait, Sayori! Eh? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted.
Oh, Yuri, how scandalous! Discussing books? How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much! Yuri, thank you! I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I like the words! Dang it, I skipped it. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some schedule activities for the club. Oh, Amnesia finished installing.
It was either this or Amnesia. I had to go with the obvious.
But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for its chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this?
Read a book!
I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. Thank you, MC! There you go, buddy! But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. God! Are you kidding me? Oh well. I can probably fall asleep right now. Don't you dare. I closed my eyes and ended up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. Because it is intellectual. Have intellectual conversations here, please! But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. Eh? What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Ah, well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Ah! I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry! Wait! Actually, I'm not sorry at all! It's your fault for sleeping like that! This isn't the napping club! Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it.
Oh no. My anime? But I need my anime! How? I need my anime! I need time to watch the creative masterpieces, such as Sword Art Online! I think Sword Art Online is good. I will not hear objections. Nah, I'm kidding. It's your opinion. If you think Sword Art Online is trash, that's fine. Don't say that so loud! I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Eh? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on! At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. Ah! I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Eh? That's super mean! Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Eh? Don't say that! You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid! It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful! The button might come off! Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Oh my. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner than it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud! Anyway, you look much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. Ooh. It's not worth it at all! Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew! That's so much better! Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. Almost around me. God, I wish. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would. Anyway, that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things! Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. Oops, sorry, it was Caden saying that, not Sayori. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Aw, but I was joking that time! Man, it's really impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone! Eh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Cadet, I can't wait to read yours. I got a comment. Hey. Hi, Connie! Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day or night or whenever you're watching this. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Let's see. Okay. Sorry. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Give me a second.
Give me just a second. Okay, so it doesn't really matter who I show it to first. Well, I guess I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all. Oh my goodness! This is so good, Kaden! Huh? I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer! Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. I can relate. I'm not gonna try to get into another deep talk. I did that like 15 minutes ago. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Kaden poem! And that's what makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Kaden. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Alright. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. I love that. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Why is that pose so adorable? Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean! I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or, how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast! Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast! Lord would I know, I do it every morning for work. I use that time for sleep. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun! Monica's the best! Yeah. But next time I won't forget, and I'm gonna write the best poem ever! Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Oh, goody! I wonder who! Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh! Sorry! I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. I can relate to this way too much. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kinda learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing that I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to make a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. I can definitely sort of relate to that. It's not poetry, But during my own writing, it's certainly hard to be able to match everything together with just like tone, characterization, plot, actual like stakes and drama in it. I don't know why I'm counting it on my fingers as if you guys can see it, but she's right. It definitely is. It requires a very fine balance of things, and if you're not able to have a healthy balance of all these things that can like help make up a story, then it can just end up being like a disjointed mess. It could still be an entertaining disjointed mess. Like it could still be good, but it could definitely be jarring to a reader. Yeah. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. 1 second. Oh, I'm getting sleepy. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do! I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Again, I can relate to that. I might get into that after reading this, but let me just take a quick swig. Jesus. Who knew talking so much could part you so much? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be the one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. Boy, no, that was awesome. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Kaden. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you didn't only glance over it, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. It's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Good lord, why am I suddenly taking voice acting here so seriously? Good lord. Well, if you could call it voice acting, it's so crappy. Alright, Natsuki. No one. I don't want to share with anyone but Monica last, because, like, I know she doesn't get offended by it. Huh? Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? Yes, please. Oh my god, please. I'm kidding. Don't send the FBI after me. I know she's 18. I know they said that she was over 18, but still. No. No bunks. I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest! I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because! Everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your messages any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. And last but not least, Monica. Hi, Kaden. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Wait, wouldn't that have just been worded, I'm always open for listening? Or, my door is always open to listen? Or something? And why do you have to word it, I'm always listening? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Me! Literally me. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Kaden. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Mm-hmm. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Ah, well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Hmm? Well, that may be the case, but maybe there's also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has a kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay! I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but it'll always help you find what suits you the most. Thank you, Monica. I can always count on you to be there whenever I need you. For whatever I could need. Trust Monica! So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the sparkle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay! Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it, I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, again, I know everything, and I'm not going to try to spoil it for anyone that's watching this blindly, but, like, that wording, it sounded more like she was not talking to the character. Ignore me, I'm speaking crazy. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked somebody who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Kaden did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Kaden liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Kaden appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how did you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Kaden started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys! Suddenly both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Kaden! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true! She started it! If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What was the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain it to her, Kaden. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and the meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Kaden? Oh, Lord. Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be... Natsuki, here. Help me, Sayori! Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri... But Yuri's expression is too defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah? Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Dan... Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki,
Yuri! You guys are my friends! I just want everyone to get along and be happy! My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Agreed. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things. I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone! It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun! Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Kiden, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Let's see. Sorry. Sorry. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I'm nodding myself with newfound determination. Kaden! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Huh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No! That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew! You know, Kaden, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is gonna be so much fun! It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay! Yeah, let's do this! Okay. Gotta make shit. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, save slot. There we go. Dang it! No! Ribbon! That's why Sayori's the one with the ribbon! Childhood. Alone. Cry. I'm sorry. Jump it. Why? That seems more like a good fit Sayori. Contamination? Excitement!
Loud. Massacre. Oh lord. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. I don't like these. I don't like that these fit her. I don't like that. I really don't like that. No. Da, 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 ba, 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 da. Oops. Which of these works for her? Sunny. Right, okay. Sayori. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Kaden! Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it open and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How'd you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry, or want an excuse to take a walk. Or, you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry! And so, that only leaves the one option. I give up! Don't make me feel guilty! If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything! It's just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Kaden to let me borrow some money! Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Revolution? Retribution. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside of us all, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes! So I had to trick Natsuki into making them! Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... Eh? A cookie! Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution! Retribution. Actually, that would have almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki! That's so nice of you! I'm so happy! Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good! Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue! You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours look really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori drops away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. Ugh, where's Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay! She probably just has something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry! I'm super sorry! Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all! You're so strong-willed! But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? For the record, the boyfriend thing is totally legit. It's totally me. Yep. I mean what? I mean, who said that? No one said that. Let's continue. Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. I don't really. It kind of just started recently. I always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool! You should play something for us, Monika. Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Caden. Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love a chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Somehow Sayori already finished her entire cookie. I mean, hey, depending on how big it was... Actually, what the fuck am I saying? Never mind the size. You can still finish cookie pretty dang fast in the time it took for that whole conversation. Yuri is back into her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Natsuki, what are you doing? Get out of the closet! Kaden! Sayori suddenly comes over to me. I'm gonna go get supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival is coming up? Me and Monika were gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons and markers and glue sticks. I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monika, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Kaden to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. Oh, but I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay! Ready, Kaden? Yep, let's go. Why don't all three of us just go? Sayori and I exit the classroom. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. God, I wish I could go to the mall so badly. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sayori? What exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Me and Monika have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. Oh lord. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone is gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. That sounds kind of dull. Katan, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems.
It's about performing them. Like, you say the lines of the poem, like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moments between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? From now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Sayori, have you been playing Fallout? Have you been playing Fallout? Like that! Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know? I know. It's just that it's a pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Don't say that! It's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. I'm so excited! The festival's gonna be so much fun! Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again. Hey, get in! This classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission! The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this, but in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. I swear, I think me and my friend took inspiration from Sayori when designing a certain character without even intending to. Actually, never mind. I don't think Doki Doki even existed at the time. When did Doki Doki come out? When did Doki Doki come out? Shit. Hang on, I actually want to figure this out now. Hold on. I am actually curious when this game came out. It was 2017, right? Let's see. Doki Doki Literature Club, not Yuri. What the hell? I swear, I just heard, like, a little tiny feedback voice come from my headset. That actually really freaked me out. What the hell? Okay, anyway, okay, let's continue. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. It was 2017, by the way. I'm pretty sure we made the character before ADLC came out, so. As the years went by, I began to hold myself up in my room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. It was good to have a friend like that. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet, and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons! Sayori pulls a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand, too! What, Crayola? They're kind of dirty, though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading their color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color! Fine. And at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. Ah! I dropped one by accident! Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She falls to the floor, and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow, 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 ow! Oh, there's some oh-wohs in there. Oh, hello. I deserve to get deleted for that one. You okay? My forehead! Sayori clutches her forehead. Jeez, Sayori, that's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori. But it hurts. Just do it for a second. Sayori slowly releases her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow! Sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Kaden, I would even find ice around this time. I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to! I'm fine with looking like a unicorn! Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out of into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get?
It doesn't really matter since it'll be used as an ice pack rather than a drink, but I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. That was quick. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop up the crayons into the box. Back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori, here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. What the fudge? Okay, for some reason that looked really discolored to me for a second. It's nice and cold. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. God damn it, Sayori. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot! Ah! Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings! Just bear with it. It'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, Kaden. This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? Huh? What do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time? I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like, I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fail and scrape myself or get a bump. And I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kinda like this time, too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Kaden, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years, you're rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that! And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Kaden, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll each end up for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair to me to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know? Good luck with that. She's gonna see her forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. Sayori hops to her feet. Ah! She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself! Oh. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with the bangs to try to hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the clubroom. Ah, you're back! Good timing. I was just about ready to start sharing our poems. I'm an idiot. Huh? Sayori, your forehead! She's fine, don't worry about it. I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead into the shelf. Well, anyway. Were you able to find everything we needed? Uh-huh, I have it right. Eh? Sayori frantically glances around herself. I forgot all this stuff! Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper, too. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Kaden. Ah, well, Sayori... I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure! Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too! Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Who should I show my poem to first? I wonder who? Well, considering she's the first person I have to go for to get the ending,
Yay! Sayori! Kaden, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. Eh? I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too? You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... Eh? No way! Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Eh? Wah! Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even little things. Like cooking! Let's not talk about that. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's not your fault for getting in my business all the time. Or, it's your fault for getting in my business all the time. Eh? I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I'd pat Sayori's head. Hey! I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Kaden? Will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it. Huh? Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Huh? Sayori, you completely misunderstood! I didn't write this for you! Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Snap. Ah! I broke my pencil! Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped. But being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry! It's fine, it's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside herself to support herself. She keeps shaking. Oh, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. Oh god, I'm sorry, tired. I'm very tired. When we reach the next poem, I'm gonna have to end the stream. Because I don't want to interrupt it during our classroom thing. Anyway. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bottle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in a bottle, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle of Starlight to make amends. Each bottle of Starlight to make amends, I'm sorry. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams, friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up, and in come my friends. In they come, in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 inside my head. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did! Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this, coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah! Writing's the best! I'm gonna keep writing until I die! Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. Me! I've had this too much! I've had this too much! You spend like $120 on like the expensive super extra deluxe version of a game, you play it for a day, and then you drop it, and you don't revisit it until like months or years later, and you only do it for like 10 minutes and then you stop playing it again. I relate to this. I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Who should I show my poem to next? Alright, we did Yuri first. Woo! Oh, Tsunatsuki. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Phew. Huh? Phew, what? Ah, well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment? Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. Eh? You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how could someone fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. Ugh, that was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing is my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. One of her friends starts to like spiders too. That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it hurts anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. Hey, Natsuki, excuse me, good sir, madam, good madam, but I'll have you know that by that logic, Spider-Man counts in that, and I will not agree with that. Spider-Man is one of the best things ever. I absolutely hate spiders, but I love Spider-Man, so you take that back. Not bad, right? Okay, technically, yeah, it was good, but still, I disagree with the spider bit. It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the best subject of this poem is an arrogant jerk. Ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course! It's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It could be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they make fun of you or think less of you for. Truth? I'm admittly kind of like that with some things that I'm into. Nothing really messed up or anything, but I'll still say it. I'll come out and say it right here. I am really still into like Digimon, like the original stuff, and I still watch it like even to this day, and stuff like Power Rangers too. I know that's kind of not everyone's thing nowadays. And where I live, you really don't have many people of any age that are really sorry. You don't really have many people around here that are actually like into like anime or manga or anything like that. They're into Pretty much the stereotypical stuff that you'd expect of a standard U.S. citizen. Pretty much all the stereotypes when it comes to interests. And my family has tried to get into it, but they don't really get it. So I'm always nervous to share things with them for fear of judgment. But yeah, that's my little personal life tidbit for the day. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. Yuri. Let's see what you have written for today. Well done, Caden. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. Huh? It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain to, like, turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. Again, very true. I'm like this with my own story that I'm doing with my friend. I tend to overthink things a lot, and I try to make things work the best to fit purely within their story and their world rules. That's always an issue when it comes to writing group stories, because sometimes it's meant to be a shared project. It's meant to be a shared world between the two of you. You're supposed to build it together, but sometimes one or the other of the two could instead decide, hey, I'm just going to try to make it work perfectly within their rules and their world to work best with what they want to do, rather than trying to create a hybrid between the two. That is always definitely an issue. And it's something that I've fallen into. I try super hard to make my own characters fit into their world and play by their rules when it's meant to be a shared story. But at the same time, my friend, I'm not trying to bash or call on anything, but my friend also tends to just go along with a lot of things that I do for plot. So while I may try to make the plot work, they don't really try to build upon it to like work cooperatively on the story. They just kind of go along with it. So there's definitely a lot of issues when it comes to stuff like that, even just in writing or in poetry. Why am I getting so deep over an anime game? This is an anime game. Why am I here talking about this stuff? Please let me know in the comments if this is getting annoying for the next stream, and I'll try to keep this out. Good lord. I'm very sorry. And write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that, if you'd like to read it. Of course. This is the poem you wrote for today. Fury nods and timidly hands me her poem. Alright, let me get a swig of a drink. Ah, jeez. The raccoon. Rocket Raccoon? It happened in the dead of night, while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more, the enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife, the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon is taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me his excitement. A rush of blood.
classic Pavlovian cutting. Or Pavlovian cutting. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Oh, it's kind of sad that the raccoon not real friend, not real dad. Kind of cool sad. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Did Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest? Huh? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right! I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I probably would hate myself. True. To anyone that is watching or watches, embrace anything you may think be weird. Embrace it! Embrace yourselves! Live in your weirdness! I do. I mean, hell, I'm playing a game right now about 2D anime waifus that is a psychological horror, and here I am making jokes and talking about deep philosophical things. At least I think they're deep philosophical about my own writing. This is a fun stream. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Good. Talk about ranting. I'm literally ranting. Monica. Hi again, Kaden. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe you'll soon come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, it's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yep, probably, but you do spend a lot of time with her even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone, but Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and again, too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm still just getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Swig of the water. I mean, cola. Okay. Excuse me, sorry. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Say what? Load you. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game! You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this even a tip about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Save. Just be safe. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sarah has been working on posters and have designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually gonna be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing! Performing? Monica. Yeah, we're gonna have a poetry performance. Each of us is gonna choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also gonna let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sarah is putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sarah, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Eh? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Datsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's all about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun! That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves you no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. All right. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone except expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously gonna be the death. Sorry, Sayori. It's Yuri, not Sayori. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're gonna practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica! Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, She walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri! It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Well, I'm screenshotting that. That's a good name. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering voice transforms into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. Rightfully so! It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good! Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. This poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Kaden liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work nicely quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing this kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Ay. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Then next time, I'm gonna make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time over the festival, you know. Okay! Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Kaden. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Kaden lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I step up and stand in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyways. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. It's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Mate, I've been writing for 5 years. I've been writing this goddamn story of mine for 5 years. I still don't have confidence. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That leaves just you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem good and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poems to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day! I can't wait! I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep! Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Kaden. You don't have to say it. Whatever. Let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean... Sayori fumbles with the words. So, let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well... Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez, I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Kaden. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Okay, I'm just gonna get this done, and then we are going to finish up the stream. So, cry, tears, okay, damn it. Misery. Happiness. I remember there were emotions. Good word. Let's see. Disoriented. Damn it. Skipping. Dang it! Extreme. Dang it! Anxiety. No! That's a Sayori thing! Broken. That. Forgive me, we have to do our first reload. I have to make sure I get this route right, so... There we go. Okay, now we are going to real quick save here so I don't have to do that again. I'm really, really sorry. I just want to make sure I get this right because, like I said, I'm going for the best ending. Clouds. Darn, you fucking kidding me. Misfortune. Tragedy. Unrequited. Friends. Hopefully you have a different sugar heart. Hurt. Lazy. Hop. Damn it. Death. I hate that I'm saying these so enthusiastically with energy. I don't like it. Secret. Dang it! Clumsy, right? She is clumsy. Milk. God dang it. Well, at the very least, well, I know I have more for Sayori in this poem right now than the others. I think both of those only have like 1 or 2. So if I can keep them from passing Sayori in that, then I should be fine. Yup. 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 Da-da. Marriage? Okay. Misery. I hate that I'm saying these things like this. Dang it. Okay, no, that's not her. Right. Right. God, it's so sad. I feel so bad. Sadness. I feel so bad. I feel so bad for her. Okay, we got the poem. We have to end the stream. I want to keep playing, but we can't. I've had too much. I'm sorry. I've gone too long. That makes it sound like I'm having a bad time with this game. I'm not. I'm actually genuinely really enjoying this game. I'm so glad I got this. Happy Spooky Month, and welcome to my series on Doki Doki Literature Club. Like I said, I'm going to be going through this and going for the best ending, because I don't have the time to go through a second playthrough technically all the way to get the best ending after doing a casual playthrough, just bumbling around to get the normal ending thingy. I don't have the time. At least not right now, and I don't want to put this off. Not to mention, I'm a perfectionist with a game like this. I want to try to get the best on my first run. Don't judge me, people! Don't you judge me! But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for future content. I really want to try to set up a bit more of a schedule for my streams instead of just randomly spontaneously doing it. But there's plenty of weeks where I literally just I don't have the energy to stream, like, at all. Because there's times where I've wanted to stream a game, but I don't do it with commentary because I don't have the energy to, like, keep it going for so long. But with a game like this, I can definitely enjoy narrating for this long. And I wanted to try playing this game, or at the very least a horror game, because, you know, it's October and it's spooky month and I want to do something. So, yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to keep an eye out for more. I do plan to do more very quickly. So, yes. I hope you guys all have a good day. What the fudge? What in the fudge? Hello? What the fuck? Hold up. Hold the hell up. What? Oh, we get pictures of the poems. Okay, that's cute. That's cute. Aww, that's adorable. Oh, so you can still unlock a lot of things. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Well, That's cute. Music. I love how they added this. Oh. Oh my god. What? Data collected 19. What is all this? I know I said I was gonna end the stream, but like, hang on. Let me actually look at this, please. What in the world? What is all this? There's like nothing in here. What are these for? Meeting notes 3. Let's try again later. What? What? Why can't I look at that now? Okay, give me just a second. Let me finish going through these files and then we'll end the stream. Unless there's something in there, then we'll look at that. Weird. Okay, that's gonna take too long to go through all that. Actually, so okay, but side stories. The side stories are stories of friendship that are unrelated to the events of the main game. To get all 6 side stories, try writing poems for specific characters and viewing their special scenes in DDLC. Okay, so so essentially, if you want these, you have to essentially go for the best ending if you want to get all these. Okay. There's areas everywhere. There's areas in there, here, and there. Wow. Okay, this area is really just like the epicenter of this. Okay. Alright, but yeah. That's gonna be it for tonight. I'll try to get back to this soon. I don't necessarily know when. But yeah. I hope you guys all have a great day, morning, or night. Trophy you're in error. Why is my trophy called error? Okay. Anyway. Enough rambling. You all have a good night. You all enjoy whatever you're gonna do. And stay safe. Bye. Bye all. Bye-bye.